Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you have not been here before, my name is Debbie and I read a lot of books. I'm continuing the Beaufonts. You saw me in real time finding out about the new books and finding out who was the star of the new books, and this one is Jen Beaufont, the first Beaufont. We've got books 1, 2 and 3. I've read book number 1, so I'll next check in at book 3. So this is just kind of like the start, seeing how I feel being emerged into this world with Jen. Yes, this one is the timeless vigilante. I almost wanted to say something different there. The box set of the 3 includes the timeless vigilante, the timeless vigilante, the lost empress, and the misplaced warrior. So yeah, this is just covering kind of the general consensus of these books. It's time for a medieval dragon rider to fix the modern world. 600 years ago, Genevieve Beaufont stole a dragon egg and buried it. And now it's time for that egg to finally hatch. It's time for Jen Beaufont to be the rebel she always dreamed of. Jen, a resident of 15th century England, finds herself stuck in modern day America, all because she was overly curious and followed strangers through a time travel gate. Two things have always gotten Jen in trouble: her curiosity and defiance. But times have changed quite literally. Those traits could save her life. In modern times, crime is out of control. Only one person can fix it. Someone who doesn't play by the rules. Someone from the medieval era. Genevieve was one of the first Beaufonts, the most powerful magical family to ever exist. The founders of the House of 14, the ruling forces over the magical world. Jen always knew she'd inherit her father's legacy. She just didn't know it would happen quite like this. Can Jen Beaufont take the reins on a magical world established by her family centuries before, but now entrusted to this timeless vigilante? Or will the modern world break this medieval warrior? So with the 3 books, it's 896 pages at 17 hours and 56 minutes. So I was just like, okay, so I've finished the other one, I'll go buy the next one. I'll get the first book for 99p. And then my dad went, oh, actually, I've just got the first 3 for 99p. So I was just like, okay. So fortunately, I hadn't done anything. Like, I literally only just bought it, so I was able to return that first book. Because otherwise, what's the point of having 2 of the same book? I'm reading this on Kindle. This is like the main place to find. I think you can find the books elsewhere, but I think it's mainly sold through Amazon, so if you're not a big Amazon fan, you might be able to find them in other places. They do have physical books. Me and my dad share the e-library. Hello? I've been given things from my flat. There's one in the bathroom here. It was originally bought for my parents' bathroom, and it was like, actually we don't need it because we've already got one, so this is going in my new bathroom when it's done. What was I saying? I think they may have physical books in other places, but the e-book seems to be primarily through Amazon. So do with that information what you will. I love the Beaufont books. Sarah Noffke is a genius, and I cannot believe that when she's not living her life, all she does is write. I mean, she's mentioned it like in the author notes. I love reading the author notes. Oh, it's so satisfying to hear kind of the inspirations behind characters and things. But yeah, with this one, Jen, I mean, she feels very similar to Liv in her rebellious streak, because all of them have had elements of rebellion, but Jen, as being the first Beaufont, she and her father created the House of 14, there's more rebel in there, I think. Sophia wasn't that rebellious. I feel like of all of them so far, the most rebellious was probably first Liv and then probably Paris, in regards to like that rebellious streak, like really not wanting to play by the rules, like saying no, like this is not right. Because I mean, all of them were trying to change the rules a little bit, because they were just like, these rules don't make sense. But in regards to actually rebelling against the rules, I feel like Liv, Paris, and then Jen. And Jen is pretty rebellious pretty much straight off the bat, because it's just like she walked through a time loop to end up in the modern day. And so it's a proper fish out of water situation here, because she is not from this time. She even though they were trying to figure out how to put her back, once they realised that actually no, her twin sister took her place, things changed. And I love the fact that there's references to the kind of like the very original story when it came to the dragon riders, in regards to twins, in regards to being like the good and the bad, because we looked at that when we were looking at Sophia and the dragon riders and finding out that there are good riders and bad riders. I mean, at the end of Sophia's story, I mean, not that it's completely ended, because we're actually seeing a little bit more of Sophia with the whole dragon rider situation, because she buried an egg and she magnetised that egg. It was the first egg to be created, and it's the last one to hatch. And I finished this last night, so I'm still processing it, I think, because there was quite a big twist in there, and I'm sure they're thinking, should I talk about the twist now, or should I talk about the twist when I talk about books 2 and 3? Yeah, because there's this whole secret over the new egg, and when it's going to hatch, and she goes up to the Garlington, and she's just like, oh, this feels so at home, because it's very similar to the feeling of her actual home, the time that she came from. And then when he hatches, and she's like, oh, she looks at him magnificently, it's just like, I know your name, you are the first, and the ruler, you're called Emperor, because he is the Emperor. And then everybody else flips out and goes, have you not figured this out yet? And they're just like, what? It's just like, you're rogue, they're part of the Rogue Riders. That rebellious streak has added to the idea that Jen is a rogue rider. And obviously we just found out that Sophia is no longer leader of the Rogue Riders. Somebody else has been put in place. And there's a little question mark over that new leader, because we're wondering if there's some kind of corruption going on. Because is it the mayor of Los Angeles has just been killed and somebody else has taken their place. And yeah, so you're getting things of a group of people at the top trying to not police something they should be policing. I'm like treading water very murkily here, because but it looks like it's very much looking at Jen possibly taking over the Rogue Riders at some point, because the person who is in charge, who has been put in place to replace Sophia, has so many question marks over him, to the point where you're just like, is he a baddie, or is he just somebody in charge who doesn't have a clue? And so that is what Jen is trying to figure out. She knows there's corruption somewhere. She knows that her boss is lying, because she gave, like in the House of 14, where you've got Diablos, and so you've got like the crow and the tiger that alerts the council to when people are lying inside the chamber. Jen programmed that. Jen knows when people are lying, so she knows that her boss is lying to her, but then she's also a very good liar herself. So yeah, we're seeing her trying to essentially manipulate her boss a little bit and get him on side so that she can find out what is actually going on. Like, is he involved in this dark underbelly, or is he just clueless, or is he being manipulated? Sarah Noffke Michael Anderle, you've done it again. You've completely sucked me in, and I'm obsessed. I'm addicted. I should probably wrap this up, because I do have an eye appointment in about an hour or so. Yeah, hopefully the eyes are still good and I don't need glasses, but you know, there's nothing wrong if I do, but as far as I'm concerned, there are no problems, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, I do have astigmatism in one of my eyes. I can never remember which one, but it's just basically where the eyeball is more of a rugby ball shape rather than like a tennis ball, which my dad has. My dad has astigmatism in both of his eyes, I think. Anyway, this is not about my eyes or my dad's eyes. This is about Jane Beaufont. And yeah, her boss has given her kind of like the most impossible tasks to try and get through so that she can actually go out on missions and things. He's stopping her from doing what she needs to do, and so she's trying to kind of manipulate him back. It's like she's settled into the Rogue Riders pretty much straight away. Like, she knows what she's doing. She's getting a bit of help, but she's got a noggin in there that she's using and it's working. So yeah, I'm loving it. So yeah, first one is The Timeless Vigilante, and that one was, chapter 58 was 278, so yeah, about 281 pages with the first book, and the next one is called The Lost Empress. I can't speak today, can I? But yeah, that's the kind of miniature version of that front cover for the next one. It's interesting kind of getting to know her dragon, because I'm so used to the sarcasm of Lunis, and in this case it feels like her dragon is the straight man dealing with the idiots around him. I'm loving it. Very much looking forward to reading this whole series. I think this one is 12 again. Sarah Noffke. I'm completely engrossed in this entire series. So while I am reading that, I have actually just finished another book that I need to talk about as well, actually. But I'm reading Animal by Lisa Taddeo. That one's only got 6 days left on it, and it's 447 pages, so I need to get on and read that. And I've just started listening to The Killing Saints by Sam Blake. But yeah, I have just finished the audiobook of The Last Family in England by Matt Haig. I need to talk about that at some point. So thank you so much for watching. At this point that I'm filming this, I've just had kind of a few more subscribers, which is so nice to see. And my Theatre Thursday video seems to be taking off a little bit. I'm starting to get more views on the those, because I uploaded one for the Animal Farm, Lee's Playhouse, and normally they don't get that many, but it was an idea that was inspired by somebody's comment on one of my theatre reviews, to kind of, is a way to kind of get those programmes out there, so if somebody wants to see the programme they can, and they don't get that many views, but this one's already had 114 views in like less than an hour, so obviously somebody's enjoying it. So just a thank you so much for watching. If you are subscribed, and if you're not, please do. Like, if you're watching, why aren't you subscribed? Go on. It just doesn't take much. It doesn't cost any time. Just a little click, and you're subscribed, and you'll see my videos in your inbox. So yeah. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time with another video. Stay safe, everybody. Love you. Bye.